Appreciate y'all chilling and politicking and paying attention because it's real vital. You heard me? Trench Talk TV. So that's what it's gonna sound like. It ain't gonna sound like nothing sugarcoat. It ain't gonna sound like what you want to hear. It's gonna be Trench Talk.
The picture, aside from the violence, I want you to paint a picture of what Baton Rouge was really looking like as far as culture. You know, we had a lot of, you had fun stuff to do back then. You had spots like Shenanigans, the Plaza. A lot of people don't know about that.
Yeah, Plaza Live.
It was a different time out here. Could you paint that picture of what it was like when you got these timers like your big Marquises and your pigs and your little Ivies? It's a lot of money in the streets around here.
I ain't gonna lie, some money through this bitch right now. It's just a different kind of money, and then I don't feel like they know what to do with it, right? But back then, bro, everybody had an old school on some things with that yang in it, you know what I'm saying? And then they had a nice little like Lexus or, you know what I'm saying? Nigga was pushing something or a little CTS on some, you know, nigga was riding Latrell street rails on spinners, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we riding spinners, like, yeah, like we was on it. But to make them understand it, to make a young nigga understand back then, you know how like on a holiday, how Ball and Rule and the Grind, or you know that little racetrack on Sherwood and Corsa, how everybody fuck the club outside.
Right.
You know how everybody outside, cars coming through holes, they fighting. You know it's going down. Everybody taking pictures. Nigga, that's where it was everywhere. Like if it was going down on Florida, that's how it's gonna look at the club on Florida. If it's going down on Airline, that's how it's gonna look at City Night. If it's going down on well, you know what I'm saying, the barcode on, you know what I'm saying? All the park, you know, the stand parking lot pimping.
Mm-hmm.
You could parking lot pimp down here, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't even have to go in the club. Like, all you had to do is you had a nice whip or a nice old school, come through, park that bitch, smoke, drink. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna shoot that bitch up, everybody go home. That was every weekend. Now, I feel like now it gotta be something particular going on, or a holiday, or a raw concert for it to be lit like that. Man, it was lit like that every day of the week. It was Dreams on Monday. Like, nigga, it wasn't no stopping no party. Like, that bitch start Thursday at probably Insomnia or somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Friday is Shenanigans, Saturday is Vibes, Sunday is something, probably M-Bar something, you know what I'm saying? And then Monday you at Dream. You still gotta go to work during the week.
What factors do you think played a part in that big shift?
Well, we had a lot of party promoters that like really knew how to throw parties and promo and do marketing the right way. And it wasn't. I feel like it's oversaturated now. They got so many niggas that's trying to do a party. Well, back then they was kind of cornering the market. Like they wasn't you. Even if you wanted to throw a party, if you ain't had no name or no muscle behind that, a nigga was gonna take your crowd, though. You know what I'm saying? A nigga gonna come to your shit and fuck your shit up. So they should make sure they shit legit. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like the same thing with DJs. Only certain DJs was playing, you know, the clubs. Like it was DJ Bobby had Shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you see what I'm saying? It wasn't gonna be no frequent DJs coming through no one club. It was gonna be one DJ. You know what I'm saying? Or however that go, and I feel like the party scene just got oversaturated. And then I feel like the niggas who had this bitch, like TJ Perfect 10, he had this bitch for about 15 years. Then Vic got it after him with AAA. You know what I'm saying? And then they did that, you know, they transferred the AAA to the district. You know what I'm saying? Or what? That bitch done got name changed a bunch of times, but Vic had this bitch for about 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you know, they had it's a lot of other party promoters like Roy Shannon and some other niggas I can't really remember right now, but it wasn't nothing but about 6 or 7 like conglomerates, you know what I'm saying?
So check this out.
That shit made this bitch pop.
You set it up like that, so I gotta ask. Man, with that many prominent entities moving and making the city boom like it was, man, you don't think it's a little deeper, more so, you know, Baton Rouge always been real cliquish.
Yeah.
We known for having a real crab in a bucket mentality.
For sure.
I'm taking my ball and I'm going over here with these 2-3 people.
Right.
it'd be a shortage in exchanging information and stuff. Handing a baton when the time is necessary.
Right, it's a lot of gatekeeping.
That part.
Yeah, it's a lot of gatekeeping. I can honestly say that. Like, it's so much talent through this bitch, and just, you know, niggas with great minds that don't ever get exposed because of the gatekeeping, you know what I'm saying? I mean, but when you think about it, bro, you got to understand why it's being done. This bitch don't have much opportunity, right? So the niggas who do gain some power of this bitch, that care about having some power here, like, it's like, man, it ain't nothing to be shared. So they be trying to corner the market. But I'm trying to get a nigga to understand the world bigger than Baton Rouge. So if Baton Rouge click up together, we can get some real money, go buy some land and take over a whole nother city. I ain't saying we could just go bogart no city like a Houston or some, you know what. I'm talking like, you seen Tulsa King? You seen that?
Nah, I've been meaning to watch it. I know
Man, watch this shit. Watch this shit.
I know what you're talking about. Man, we one step removed away from being what Atlanta was a few years ago.
One step. Man, you said a lot right there, bro.
It's not that hard.
See, but Atlanta went away from what they knew, and now they at odds, and now we watching RICO cases and shit, cause you see what I'm saying? They fighting over Atlanta basically. What? Man, it ain't gotta be like that. Atlanta was supposed to be going to take over the world.